Let me know if you can hear me in the comment section. Okay, let me know if you can hear me in the comment section. Awesome. Let me also know where you are watching from before we get started. Let me know where you are watching from. Okay. Let me know where you are watching from. Awesome. So today we'll be exploring technical analysis using price action. My name is Tunmise Olaoluwa. So here is a quick disclaimer that we need to understand that leverage trading involves risk, so we need to trade responsibly. And also know that regional restriction applies, so you can read through our terms and conditions. This content is for educational purpose only and not a financial advice. Why? Because past performance is not indicative of future results. Now, so my name remains Tunmise Olaoluwa, and yes, I have experience in the trading experience with a background in finance and quantitative research. Alright, I specialize in trading EuroUSD, GBP USD, and USD JPY. Alright, so let's discuss the agenda for today. So, the agenda for today, I'll be carrying out a top to bottom strategy, and I'll be reviewing EuroUSD currency pair. I'll also review the price movement on EuroUSD, and I'll review two other currencies suggested by the audience. Then you can leverage the live YouTube chat to ask your question, and I would periodically check the chat and answer them all. This session is going to be a 45-minute session. Now, what this strategy consists of, you need to understand that this strategy consists of analyzing historical price movement, and also it utilizes candlestick formation, chart patterns, and market structure. What kind of trader is it suitable for? One, it is suitable for position trader, intraday trader, and swing trader. Now, when is it useful? Now, it is useful during high liquidity periods and also time frames from 1 hour to 1 month time frame. Now let's go straight to the live trading session. All right. So in our last session, we had a look on the gold market and also on EuroUSD. Okay. I can see that someone is already asking. Okay, it's also Pfizer. Pfizer asked the last time that we look at gold, and we did look at gold where I said, okay, gold would pick up from the support zone here. All right, and its next touch point would be the next resistance zone, on the 4 hours time frame. And so far so good. We can see that gold has been making such moves. We can see that move on gold. Okay, so we can see gold making that move. Don't forget that we set our stop loss and our take profit. So here is our stop loss, and our take profit is the next support resistance zone. Okay, and we can see that currently now our trade is in profit. All right, So I'm going to cancel this now, and we'll start our analysis, you know, again. So I've closed the order on gold, so we start our analysis again. So we're starting with Euro USD. Now, so let me take this off. Good. Now, so we can see that. Let me see. Okay. Now we can see that on Euro USD. Let's go to the daily time frame. So we are going to do what we call the top to bottom approach. All right. We're going to do what we call the top to bottom approach. So here, we're going to map out levels of support and resistance. So here we've mapped out this level of resistance. We've also mapped out this level of support. We've also mapped out there is a level of support here likewise. Yeah, so okay, so right now we have this level of support, this level of resistance. Okay. Awesome. Now, when we look at this, this is a resistance zone, this is a support zone. Now, currently on the daily time frame, we can see that price is currently sitting on the support zone. Now, when price is sitting on the support zone like this, then we can see from the higher time frame that there is a higher probability, okay, that markets would go back up, except on one condition. There is a breakout of the support zone here. So if the support zone at the one, let's say, okay, if the support zone at the 1.15416 price level becomes weak and cannot hold price, then price will drop down further. So what I'm saying in essence is this: if the support zone can't hold the price here, we might see price drop down further to the next support zone, and the next support zone is rightly seated at 1.14107. Okay, good. So now we can see that what it is seated at, what, the 1.14107. So there are two things: either a breakout to the downward side or a push up to this side. Okay, now there are two things that most likely will happen: a push up to the upside or a push down to the downside, a breakout to the downside. Two things. Okay, two things. So what we are going to do here, from the look of things, there's a higher chance that price would push back up, but we may never know. If we rely only on the higher time frame, which is what the daily time frame is telling us, then we would say, okay, maybe there's a higher chance that price would go down further or push back up. So let's go down to the lower time frame, the 4 hours time frame. Now, from the 4 hours time frame, it's more clear to us that there is a higher likelihood. Okay, there's a higher likelihood that price would break down further. As you can see from here, there is a higher likelihood that price will break down further from what we can see. Okay, from what we can see. So because we can see that price has been moving along this trend line, okay, creating like a higher low, all right, and then price continues to drop. So we might just see a slight movement to the upside a bit, and then we can see a slight, we might just see a slight movement, you know, from here to here. Okay, and then a drop. So from the look of things now, all right, so just had to check in on any technical glitch from my end so that we can have a smooth transition. Okay. So we are on the gold market now, and we are on the gold market now. So I'm just going to check in on my internet and get back now. Okay, so we are on the gold market now. Yeah, give me a minute, guys. Let me. Okay, so this is the gold market. Let me just take off the previous lines. Okay, good. All right, Pfizer, are we clear now? Are we connected now? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Okay, fantastic. All right, so I'm back. Good. So we're on the gold market now, and I'm going into gold because Pfizer also had recommended a review on gold earlier. So if there is any other currency you want us to review, please do well and feel free to drop it in the chat box. Any other person can suggest. So I'm going to review gold as Pfizer has suggested. Awesome. So here now, this is gold market on the 1 hour time frame. So I'm going to go to the daily time frame. Good. Now look at gold on the daily time frame. Look at the consolidation at first and then a massive swing. And we can see that gold, had a major pullback from the 4,300 price level to the 3,900 price level. So here's what I'm going to do. Let's mark out key significant levels. So here we have this significant resistance zone turned support, and here we now have a support zone, here we have a key resistance zone. Okay, good. Now, um, good. So now let's go in. All right. Now we can see that after a long ride and swing to the upside, we can see gold, had a major retrace from the 4,380 mark down to the 3,900 mark. All right. So now, looking at this, it's very much clear that gold just needed that should I call it a relaxation from the run it had, okay, and now it pulled back. There's a major pullback that has happened. Now this is not to say that gold is going to continue going down. So here is a pullback. All right, what is most likely happening next now is a major pump, which would most likely break through 4,300 mark. Okay, now if this breaks through the 4,300 mark, then 4,300 becomes a support zone, right? Becomes a resistance turned support zone. So this level, which has acted as a resistance now, if it finally break through here, this level 4,300 level will become a support zone. Okay, now we have a major pullback and we can see the buy momentum coming in. Not only just the buy momentum, we can also see that it's a buy zone. Yeah, so this zone here, it's a buy zone, and we can see what buyers are doing at that level. Okay, now so let's go to the 4 hours time frame. Now looking at this, now there is an interesting look here that it's very clear that price having formed this double bottom at this level. So you can see there is a double bottom here. Let me see, there is a double bottom here. Okay. Yeah, let me get it to be very thick. Good. There's a double bottom here, and there is, let me drop it here, there is also a double bottom here. Okay, and this is the neck of the double bottom. Now if you see this, then it's clear that gold is going to have a good ride, if not to its previous support and resistance zone. It would meet up at this level, right? So this level can be the next target level for gold. So on this, we'll be taking a buy on the gold market. I'm not taking a buy on the gold market, and you know that I don't recommend taking a trade without adequate risk management. So we're going to put our stop loss and take profit level. Okay, so our take profit level would be up here, and our stop loss level would be just right here. Okay, which is like the next support zone. Okay, so now let's make the adjustment. All right, so we have let's put our TP here, and our stop loss. Let's put our stop loss here. All right. Now understand that in our previous session I talked about having to balance your risk management. You know, you get to trade 2:1. You are willing to risk 1% for a 2% gain. Okay, you are willing to risk 1% for a 2% gain. That is it. So I'm gonna confirm this as our ideal order, and then the order has been placed, so we have the market running now. Good, and the trade is also running. Good. Now, any other currency? If you have any question on gold, before if you have any question on gold, please drop it in the chat. If you have any other currency you want us to look at, kindly also drop it in the chat. Okay, kindly drop it in the chat. So if you have any question, drop it in the chat. Okay. I'm more than happy to respond to your questions. I can't tell you what to do, right? So this session is strictly for educational purpose, and based on our analysis, we came at a buy conclusion, and then we placed a buy trade, right? Yeah. So another currency, okay? Let's explore the Bitcoin market. Bitcoin market. Let's look at the Bitcoin market. Let's look at the Bitcoin market. Okay, so let's take off all the lines. Let's go back to our daily time frame also. Okay, guys, here is Bitcoin. Okay, and this is the daily time frame. So what are we going to do here? We are going to first understand what is the current market structure, and we are going to map out key levels of support and resistance at this market structure. Okay, good. So let's come here. Here is the key level. Here is another key level, and we have another key level here. Okay, so this is our daily time frame. Okay, and we can see how price is moving um, on the daily time frame. So now from here we can see that price is currently, there is a active bear momentum in the market. Active bear momentum in the market. All right, and good, and we can see that price is going down at this level. All right, now there is a high likelihood that if price breaks out of this level, if price breaks out of this level, we might see a continuous drop in price, you know, possibly touching the, where is the next resistance zone now? Let me fetch the next support zone. Support. Okay, the next support zone is at the 100k 99k mark. That's what the next support zone is. Okay, good. So the next support zone would most likely be at the 99k mark. Now, someone said how to spot channels. I don't might look into that. So we can see that there is an heavy bear momentum, in the market, following the last four candles right here, right here. So we might see a further drop in price. Now, either buying or selling at this level is very, very dicey, right? In the sense that there are two things that I would do as a trader is to wait for market to drop. All right, is to wait for market to drop. Either market drops or breaks out of this level, or market shoots up. All right, so either market drops or market shoots up, and it's that simple. So let's go down to the 4 hours time frame to further see. Good. Now you can see that the 4 hours time frame is getting us to know that there is serious bleeding going on in the market. Okay, and the market is seriously bleeding. All right, now, and the last time we see a momentum like this, it continued. If you are observant, you see this pattern is similar, right? This pattern is similar, okay, and we can see how it continued down to this level, okay, down to this level. So if we have, let me see, if we have this pattern here, right? This pattern can be similar. So let's say we now have something like this. Yeah. Let me check the length of this. Okay. So we now have something like this. Now this is telling us now very clearly that if price goes like this, then price can break down further and touch the 100k mark. If a breakout happens here, the 100k mark is inevitable. The 100k mark is inevitable if a breakout happens here. Now let's go down to the 1 hour time frame. Now clearly we can see that there is so much noise on the 1 hour time frame, right? However, still giving the strong bear momentum, in the market. Now, Now, my outlook on Bitcoin is a bearish momentum. It's a bearish momentum where if price breaks out of the 106k mark, we will definitely there is a higher likelihood that we will touch the 100k mark. All right, which is the next support zone. So I won't be taking any trade on the Bitcoin market because of the current market condition. Okay, I would expect two things before I take a trade. Either price bounces away from the support zone, or price breaks out of the support zone. When price breaks out of the support zone, then I'm selling. When price goes above support zone, bounces above support zone, then I'm buying. Okay, so good. Now I would like to walk us through a very important conversation that we need to have around risk management as a trader. Now, for those of you on this session where you are joining us for the first time, or this is your first time trading, it's important that you start with a demo account where you practice with virtual money to understand the market and your strategy without risking real capital. 2, use a stop loss order. In our last session, someone was asking, is it important to use a stop loss order? It is very, very important, because when you set a stop loss, it limits your potential losses on every side of your trade. And also trade with a risk to reward ratio. It's important that you aim for a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio, meaning you should aim to gain at least twice of what you are risking. Okay, aim to gain at least twice of what you are risking. 4, risk only a small percentage per trade. Limit your risk to 1 to 2% of your trading account per trade to prevent significant losses. Diversify your trade. Avoid putting all your capital into a single trade or currency pair to spread your risk. So it's important that you spread your risk. When you diversify your trade, you are spreading your risk. Also, avoid over leveraging. Avoid over leveraging. Use leverage cautiously. Okay, use leverage cautiously, because excessive use of leverage can amplify your loss, and that is just the fact. Excessive use of leverage can amplify your loss. Now, 7, stick to your trading plan. As a trader, it's important that you have a clear trading plan and avoid emotional trading. Don't deviate from your strategy. It is very, very, very important. Now, keep up with market news. Avoid over trading, and review and adjust your strategy regularly. So oftentimes when you take a trade and you see that your strategy is inconsistent, do well to adjust your strategy. It is very, very important. Now, it's interesting to know that the Octa app is trading, is available on the Google Play Store, and also there are wide range of trading instruments with low spread, fast execution, zero commission, and has various educational resources, 24/7 customer support, and a strong commitment to fund and data security. Here is a promo code. I can see someone asking me, can I start trading with $60? here is a promo code. This promo code helps you to double your deposit by taking this 5 steps. 1. Open a trading app or visit our official website. 2. Go to your profile, find the promo code section in the menu, enter your promo code and press activate. Once you press activate, you make your deposit and enjoy your bonus. Now the promo code is Tunmise 100. It's at the right side of the screen. TUNMISE 100, Tunmise 100, and then you get to double your deposit. That means if you are depositing $100, you get $200 to trade with. If you are depositing $1,000, you get $2,000 to trade with, and so on and so forth. Now, here is a summary of today's session. Now, we've looked at price action, its components, how suitable it is for traders, and also its applicable scenarios where we've applied it to the Bitcoin market, we've applied it to the gold market, and also to the EuroUSD market. We've also reviewed strategies on a live chart right using the Octa trader terminal. Good. So, now here is a key takeaway. 1. Analyze trading instruments to understand how they behave under various market conditions. Review your action. So when you take a trade, review your action and reflect on your decision. What guided you to take this trade? Okay? Reflect on your decision to identify what worked and what can be improved. Keep up with the latest market news and updates. Use educational resources to enhance your understanding of trading strategies and tools. Thank you very much for joining this session. Now, here is an important feedback that we want from you. We value your feedback. So please take a moment, 1 minute out of your time to fill this feedback form. There's a QR code on the screen. Please do well to scan the QR code and fill the form. Now, your feedback is essential for us to improve our future webinars and understand how best we can serve you, because that is our ultimate desire. So please scan the QR code on the right side of the screen and give us your valuable feedback. This would only take 1 minute. So I want to give you guys 2 seconds to scan the QR code. Awesome. I look forward to seeing your feedback, and we will also use your feedback to improve on our future webinars. See you in our next session next time. Have a great time, guys. Thank you.